Hello.
Hi guys.
My name is Tatiana.
My name is Angel.
And we're the Makers HQ. We're a married couple who bought a heat press and we are testing it on as many things as we possibly can.
Yes.
So today's video is a very good video. We're very excited. So in the past, we made videos about polycrylic and we put polycrylic on wood, on metal, on tiles, like on a bunch of things. And we decided, okay, we already know that they work, but what if we just put everything together so that you could see the things that you can actually use polycrylic for? So this would be like the ultimate
video
polycrylic video.
guide.
I know, which actually, like, I'm sure there's so many things. I'm looking around the room like, what else can we put polycrylic on? But for today, we did put it on the major things. And so this video is about how we use the polycrylic and what you can use polycrylic on, and also the types of images that look really beautiful on polycrylic, okay? Or actually that look very beautiful on the substrates, which we are able to put them on because of the polycrylic. Mm-hmm. So basically what happens is that polycrylic is a polymer that creates, it's a way of being used on materials that would not easily be sublimatable without it, right? Exactly. So like we all know that you're supposed to have man-made materials, usually like polyester, nylons, or mixes, acrylics, exactly, that can take the substrate, that can take the sublimation ink.
Exactly.
But in this case, since these are not things like that, like for instance, wood is a natural material, it doesn't take sublimation very well. And so you need to add something to it for it to be able to. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think that's good.
Yes.
Let's just jump right into it.
Explanation.
Exactly. So let's go.
Okay, so this, we already put the designs on it, but we're gonna show you. This is a metal sheet. It's aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. I put the polycrylic on it so we can sublimate it. And this is the design, right? This is a visit that we did to a famous church here in Buenos Aires. And that's our first design, right? And then we have the tile, which we have done before. We have two videos. We made a video about the metal sheets.
Yes.
And it didn't work. It was bad. Because I don't know what we did. We did the wrong polycrylic.
No,
something
yes,
went
we
wrong.
had used a Bobo polycrylic.
Yeah, well,
like
we know
a no-name brand.
Exactly, and it was a failure.
Yeah, it was.
But this polycrylic is good, so things are gonna. Yeah, the designs are gonna come. This is another picture from a theater here in Buenos Aires, and this is the tile. We're gonna do it on this tile. We also have a video about tiles. This tile is very specific because this tile has. You have two types of tiles. This one that is used for kitchens usually, to put as a backsplash. Mm-hmm. And they have a coating on it. They are very shiny.
They're glazed already.
They're glazed, but this glaze doesn't take sublimation. You have to put the polycrylic on it because it's not gonna work. You can do sublimation on this type of tile like this. And then the last one is a piece of wood. Now that I hold it, I'm like, it's huge. It's huge. It's this piece of wood.
It can be used for a cutting board.
Yes. It's like, and it's this thick, like 3/4 of an inch, maybe, if not an inch. It's huge. But we know the machine can take it because we did it one time and it took it. And then this is the picture we're gonna do. I just feel like these are all my pictures.
Yeah, this time they're all Angel's pictures, which is really awesome because, first of all, because we're able to see what is in a picture, right? So you're able to see the range of colors as well as the fact that it's not a vector, so it's not only lines.
And the colors are not like bright. Usually, most people get like bright colors.
Yeah, like well, especially with the vector, you can get, like pinks and reds and yellows and the colors are full like this. But in this case, because it's a picture, you're able to see how everything kind of washes into each other. And then especially the way that Angel takes pictures of the subject that he takes, he has a lot of sky, he has a lot of, he has some nature in it. So we're going to be, I'm excited to see like how it's going to be. And so I think we can get started. The one thing I will say though is that since I'm going to put all the videos that we had done in the past if you want to go back and look at individually each video, but we decided that we should have a baseline, right? Because we know that polycrylic works. We also know that in the videos that we've made in the past, sometimes when, for instance, you should follow the instructions of your own polycrylic. Ours actually didn't come with instructions.
It just said how much of
Yeah,
each ingredient you
to
should
put the
and
A
mix.
and the B.
Yeah.
But as for the actual temperatures, we had to test a lot to see what actually worked.
Mhm.
And what we saw was 200 and 200 degrees Celsius or 395 Fahrenheit.
It's where we start from.
Exactly. And then also we started at 150 seconds because we saw that when it was lower for the metal and for the tiles, that it didn't take as well, it wasn't as bright. So that's what we're doing as our gauging point.
Yeah.
For the wood, we're going to do 90 seconds, but of course we're going to write it as we do each piece. And the other thing is that what I wanted to say with that is that you should definitely test, because maybe like the material that you have, like maybe you're doing wood, but woods change.
Oh, they have so many different woods.
Exactly.
Different shades,
Exactly.
different colors. It's like
different woods.
Different woods. Sometimes if your wood is processed like too much, the opposite. If your wood is too like natural, it will absorb all the polycrylic. So therefore, you're gonna have to apply more polycrylic, right? Because it's gonna take it all in. Some others are darker, so you have to try your own thing because
you have to do tests.
Not all the woods are the same.
And that's the thing with sublimation. What we found during this 2 years that we've been doing it is that you have to do tests, because sometimes something will work so well, and then you just maybe change colors, or you maybe just change like in this case woods, and it's not the same. So I would say that's our baseline, and then we go up and down from
with
there.
The temperature.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the pressure as well, because these are pieces that are pretty thick. We're not going to do it like so much pressure. We'll do it a nice medium pressure. Exactly. Yeah. And so those are all things that you have to think about, right? So your pressure, because you are putting polycrylic, think of the fact that you have a certain temperature, and also the fact that you have different materials sometimes in the same materials, for instance, the wood. If you're doing something like tiles or the aluminum, they're more even, they're more coherent, so you don't really have to think so much. Each time that you do it, you would just write down in your records or in your whatever, in your notes, okay, this is how much time it's going to be. Okay, so the first piece we're going to try is the tile, mm-hmm. At 150 seconds, no, at 200 Celsius for 150 seconds.
Medium pressure. You don't want to go too hard.
No.
You might crack the tile. So it's just a medium pressure. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Mm-hmm. We don't let the machine speak, huh?
No, we're always ready.
Oh, this we forgot. We use gloves for this.
Oh yes.
So you have to get.
You have to get gloves. So we're gonna get our life together.
Amazing!
Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, I need to go get gloves because I won't be able to touch this.
But I wonder what happened here.
Yeah, I don't know why the sides are like this. But we'll show you these results in 2 minutes because this needs to get.
Yeah, it's way too.
Yeah, this needs to cool off a little bit because it's very hot. Look, I can show you like this if you want to. It's very nice. Okay, so this is the tile. It's super nice. Look how clear it is. It's so good. And it's a picture. So first tile, one down, very nice. And then
so now we're going to do the metal because we're already at that temperature.
Yes.
And
the metal sheet.
Yes, 150 seconds. No. Same thing, 200 Celsius at 150 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
I'm wondering if you should change the pressure. Maybe that's what happened here with the pressure.
Less pressure?
Yeah.
I think it's because the tile is like this.
Oh.
I think this one needed more pressure.
Oh, okay, possibly, yeah.
Because the tile has this weirdness.
The corners, but this doesn't have the corners.
No, and this one, I think it needs a little bit more pressure because it's thinner than the tile. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so slow.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It has no tape. It has only one tape. I'm gonna move it like that. I moved anyway. So let's see. The metal sheet is so hot. It's like Oh, it's so nice.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Wait, let me put my gloves on. Wait.
This is very beautiful.
Here. Wow, it came out fantastic. But the tape moved. Look.
Oh, it moves slightly, but it's okay. It moves slightly. Next time we'll put more tape.
It's so nice. The metal sheet is perfect.
I love the metal sheet.
The bright lights and everything.
Yeah, the metal sheet looks gorgeous. Nice. I love the results of the metal sheet. So cute. It doesn't fail. Look. Oh, but you see, even on the paper, we could see that it didn't.
Oh, it's because it
right away.
Yes,
yeah.
Away. So good.
Perfect. Okay.
So now
we like the result.
The wood. The wood is the same temperature, right?
Yes.
No. The wood is.
It's the same temperature, but it's 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
And that's based on the findings that we had done.
Yes.
There's 2 tips before we put it that I'm going to say about the wood. The first is if you can, especially if it's a wood that's untreated like this. I guess it's not untreated, but it looks more raw. I forget the term for it. But when it's like lighter, if you can and you feel your hand is kind of rough on it, you should sand it, which we had talked about in the previous video, because if you don't sand it, then it doesn't give it an even coating. The second thing is that there's those knots.
These things, they are filled with some type of
maybe like a filler
patch. Yeah, it's a filler, and then that filler gets like soft with the heat, and they burn the paper. So if sometimes you can avoid them. Like in this case, I'm gonna do them, but I place them on the left side of my picture, so I don't care as long as it's not in the middle. But I have 2 of them, these 2. So we'll see how it goes, you know. But if you can find a wood that it has none of them, it will be better.
Yeah,
it's better.
a piece. Yeah. And in this case, we're going to change the pressure, but not even the pressure, just because it's a thicker piece. So we have to change the machine. And let me put this so that it doesn't get burnt. The other thing I would say about this is, remember that in all of these, we always talk about sublimation on light materials, right? Because it doesn't sublimate on dark, like it doesn't transfer on dark. And so that's why in this case, we had done in the previous video a darker wood, and it's nice. But what I find is that when it's a darker wood, it's dark. So if you want to do an image that's an image like this, remember that the wood should be a little bit lighter so that you can see the image, okay?
You want to put it like this. Okay. So the wood, 3, 2, 1, and the wood scares me because I don't know. I'm always like, oh, see, I see the thing here. I don't know if you guys can see it. See the
knots.
The knots, they burn, and it smells like there is a fire in the house. Oh, but they came out. Oh, super nice.
Oh, it did?
Wow,
oh, yay.
Super nice. Let me see.
Oh, wow. And look at this. Okay, so I'm going to show you the sublimation paper as well real fast, because look how here where there's a texture of the wood it took, and also where the knots are. So you could see the paper where it was burnt off here, here and there. And that's because of the texture of the wood.
And this is the final result. Look how
it's very pretty.
Yeah, it's super good at this on top. How I did this.
I actually like this.
Yeah, I mean, if you add more, like we said, you have to test. But this is the starting point, like 200 Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
No. Yes. 395
90 seconds. This was 90 seconds. Like if I had another wood, I would just do it at. But again, it's depending on how much polycrylic I put on.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I didn't put enough.
Yeah.
Because here, this is why we get this area like this.
Or maybe the machine didn't have enough pressure.
Maybe
here.
Exactly. Maybe the wood has some kind of like, you know, imperfections.
Which is only normal because it's wood. It's a natural material. And I just want to show this real fast. Yes. Side by side. We're going to show it after again. But just side by side, because what I really love with this is that you can see the difference in the colors, right? Like this is like something that's more even, that is always going to be the same, but the wood is it's going to do what
different
the wood
shades,
does.
exactly. Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, because after I'm gonna apply some varnish on it, a shiny varnish, so it protects it also, because the sublimation is gonna stay, but if you keep it out for too long, it might fade because of the environment. But if you seal it with some type of sealer, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty.
it's gonna get shinier. That's for sure.
I love it.
Super nice.
Okay, so this is what we're going to call.
This is now we're going into the test.
The bonus round.
Yes.
Okay, so we're not even sure that it's going to work. So for a bonus round, whatever works, works.
Yes.
And for this, we decided to use this image. Okay, so we're doing another tile. We're doing it on an image. And we're doing it with a picture of unglazed again. But this is the characteristic of this tile. So first of all, it's a tile that doesn't have glaze on it. So it's a tile that's
this tile looks like it's made with the same material that they make bricks.
Okay.
Almost like it's sandy. It has this texture on the side.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be also for floors. I don't know.
Okay. So no, I am the person for ceramics. Yes.
With the ceramics.
So this is actually a ceramic tile, and it was made specifically. I use them specifically for tests. So it comes as bisqueware, meaning that it only went in the kiln one time. And what happens is that I was going to use this one for a test, and I put this acrylic on it. And when I put the acrylic on it, and then I went to do the test of what I was going to do, the acrylic wasn't holding the ceramic ink. And so I had this tile that was in bisqueware, which is just like without the enamel, without anything that's shiny, just like matte.
It was matte.
It was matte. And then I put the thing on it, the paint on it. So it gave it like a plasticky, because acrylic is like very like smooth and it has like a plasticky feel. And then, so what we decided is that we already had a background on the tile, and we already know that tiles can work. So we wanted to test to see if with polycrylic on a piece that was without glaze, it would work. Okay, so that is the premise of this.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to do a picture in black and white to see how it would come out, because we already had the color of this here. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. And what we've decided for all the tests that we're going to do is do them at 200 Celsius for 150 seconds. So we don't know if they're going to work. So we're going to test.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So tile, easily and happily. Okay, this one, I feel like the tile is good. I hope this tile is good.
It is. I can see it. I can see the design came out.
Grab my gloves.
I'm so nosy. I'm trying to like do it without you doing it.
Fingers
I know.
You're gonna burn.
Oh my God, it looks great.
Oh,
it looks
so
great.
Nice.
It looks amazing. Wow. Okay, I was so dramatic. I know.
Oh my God.
It looks amazing.
It's so cool.
So dramatic.
Jesus. Almost break. Look, guys. So beautiful. Look.
I think this is my favorite one of all the things we've done.
And it looks red. I don't know if you can really tell that it looks red. Wow, it's so nice. This is a picture, see? Because you couldn't see it before.
It looks amazing.
It looks super nice.
And it took all the ink. This is no más. No more ink. Okay, so the next thing we're going to try in our big test day is leather. So this leather is it's natural leather, and it actually has already a finish to it. That's why it's purple. We're going to test one side that has the no polycrylic, and we're going to test the other side with polycrylic.
Most people don't apply polycrylic on leather. That's something that I don't know why, we just decided that maybe because we used the spray before and it worked on paper and other materials. So we said, why don't we put polycrylic on leather? So we'll see. Because leather tends to fade after a while, so maybe the polycrylic
is going to make it adhere.
And keep it.
So let's test it.
Okay. What do you get? This 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Leather time. Oh my God, I see something is going on. It's so hot. Okay, so this side on the left side is the one we know polycrylic. And I see that
it's stuck?
Nothing.
Oh,
almost, it came out very light. And the one with the polycrylic, it came out super hard and super nice. Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God!
That says something.
Okay, first of all, I just got crazy, I know, but it's so beautiful.
Wow, look at the
It
difference.
looks like a silk screen. Okay, so finally,
And this is the last test.
yes,
So
this is the
far,
last
all of them came out.
I know, I was so
Perfect.
happy.
Yeah.
Which we kind of knew, but you know, when you're testing, you're kind of like, meh, you don't know. We went in without expectations. Okay. All right. So this is pieces that I actually did in ceramics, all right, in clay, and this one, all right. So they're just two pieces. They're actually ready to go. They're just glazed. So I was going to use decals on them to just add a drawing to it, right? So decals are basically a way of doing a design on top of something that has been glazed. Glazed meaning that it's shiny. Okay,
Yeah,
it's ready to go. I could sell it like this.
Yes.
So we decided that we could try it because we know that it works on the tiles, and we know
focusing. Well,
it's not focusing because they're very tiny.
Yes.
We know that we could do it on the tiles because tiles are also made of clay.
Exactly.
So the only difference in this case is that tiles are very thick. So we're going to have to do really work on the pressure of these because these are actually not very thick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Okay. And if they work, it's amazing. But if they don't,
it will work.
It's okay.
So
all right.
Here we go.
That's our last test. There you go.
There you go.
You might need your gloves.
Handmade by Tatiana Pobla.
Why?
Okay, so yeah, I might need my gloves. That's true. Because
no, the other put them the other way.
Yeah, because if you use this
for these,
for this, you can see the glue transfers to your pieces, and you don't want it. Okay, so I'm gonna remove it with a tiny thing.
Are they coming off?
Desperation sets in, and we have to,
there you go. They're coming off.
Oh, wow.
And they're beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah, they're coming off and they're beautiful. Is it hot?
I'm sure they're hot. But they are small, so are they do they?
It seems like they're stuck. I would use my nail, but that's why I was asking you, are they hot?
Wow.
Oh yeah, they come off easily. Oh my God.
Wow, so nice.
These are so amazing.
So beautiful.
Why is everything so amazing? This is really fantastic. This is insane.
This is so nice. Look, I'm gonna put it here so you can see it, guys.
Is this how they do this? Like pictures on stuff?
Maybe. Look at this one.
Is this sublimation? Have we just not known?
Look, this is beautiful. Look at this one. Sorry, I moved. Look, they came out super nice. Let's see.
This is insane.
So good.
And this is what we were talking about. I don't know if you could see it here on the side. Not as much anymore because I'm taking it off, but where the gloves transferred a little bit, so I'm removing it a little bit. Okay. All right, so everything came out amazing. I don't even have anything to say, right?
No complaints.
This is on the wood. Okay, so these are the small pieces that we have for the ceramic pieces, and that's unglazed. These broke actually from the pressure.
Because they were a little bit
that's my bad because I actually made them when I first started doing ceramics, and so I didn't even think about the fact that back then I didn't have the experience. But these are perfectly straight,
beautiful,
and I don't even know what to say. I'm past satisfied. Then we have this piece of wood, which, like we said, look at this piece for here, for instance, how shiny they are, the patches. But in general, it's good. So if you have a piece of wood and you know that you're going to use it for sublimation, if you can either keep that in mind, like wherever the patches are, or maybe get something smaller, or just work with the piece of wood that you have. And you can work with different woods and see what it is that you like. So this is Amazing. We have the metal, which is gorgeous. I don't even know what to say about the metal.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And what I really love with the metal is that, you know, when you do metallic prints, they're always beautiful. But in this case, what I really love is that the blue came out so blue, and then the yellow came out so yellow. So
Yeah,
I don't even know. I keep saying I don't even know because everything just came out beautiful in this case, in this polycrylic video. So here you have a tile that's usually supposed to be more for, you know, actually doing inks that are ceramic inks, and we did it with polycrylic. There's it's basically multimedia. It's basically mixed media piece because you have the tile, you have the tile that hasn't been fired or glazed, you have the tile that is basically with acrylic, and then on top of that you have the polycrylic, and then on top of that you have a picture. So that's a really beautiful, art piece.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And then we go with this
We
tile.
have the tile that's the regular tile, that's the commercial tile that comes with a glaze that you'll find in kitchens, and it's very easily available, so you can get it anywhere. And then you just add the polycrylic. In this case,
this is not a big deal. What you see here is the lack of pressure. I should have put a little bit more of pressure because these tiles, not this one.
This is completely
this one
straight.
has like a curve at the end, you know,
which you see
because when
here.
you put them in the kitchen, you know, there is a tiny
Just a
between
little
them.
bend.
There is a gap. So that bend is what stop the ink from going on the side.
Exactly.
But it's nothing wrong.
But it has nothing to do with the image or the
It's just the
polycrylic
pressure.
working.
It just adds some more pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this. And then finally the leather, which we will, I don't know, at some point we're going to have to do a full leather video again with different finishes and see, because I did not expect this to be so amazing. It looks like a silk screen. It looks like perfection. I don't even know what else to say.
Yeah, it's super good.
And that's it.
That's it.
So this,
there you go.
That's it. So if this video brought you any value at all, please don't forget to
and subscribe.
Exactly. Thank you for everyone who's been subscribing. Thank you for everyone who's been supporting the channel.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. And we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.